All right, we are back with another Pink Culture Presents, and today we are in the mighty Ministry of Sound, and we've got someone a little bit different. We have got an entrepreneur, a reality TV star, and a newly formed author. We've got Nathan. Welcome to Pink Presents.
Pleasure to be with you, Ollie.
How you doing, bro?
I'm fantastic.
And I'm going to go straight in with you. So, you are one of the founders of La Fiesta.
Yes.
How did that come about? Where did it come from? What is it?
So we started doing parties 6 years ago today.
It's the birthday today.
Sixth birthday in Ministry of Sound.
Big one to have.
Massive,
That's
massive.
huge.
First time here as well.
Yeah.
And we were all throwing different parties back in the day. Like I was doing more hip hop club nights. They were doing club nights, and then my partners and we all came together and thought, let's build a house music brand. And then we just literally just gone through the whole journey, just building it slowly. We started off slow.
Where was your first one?
The first venue was Magic Roundabout. That was actually before.
In Old Street?
Old Street.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was then. And then we moved on to 93 Feet East. We were doing a lot of parties there.
Remember that one?
And that kind of built the brand up. And then we went to Ibiza, Studio 338.
That's a big jump, buddy.
Yeah. Then we started just going and growing and growing.
And then you did a festival?
Yeah, so when COVID came about, we had to do...
Perfect timing.
We were kind of stuck. We couldn't use any venues. So one of our partners thought of a socially distanced festival. So we were the first ones in the country doing that.
Yeah, I remember.
And we did three festivals on back-to-back weeks, and that kind of pushed the brand to the next level.
Bloody hell. So that was, when was that? Just after COVID?
Yeah, that was just after. That was the middle part of COVID, where we had the break, we were allowed outside in the pods.
So how did you get to, obviously most people don't just jump into having a music brand. Where did that all come about? What were you doing before?
So before I was studying at university.
Oh, so you went straight from uni into
I was in
entrepreneur.
doing business management.
Nice.
And then I was searching for what I wanted to do, worked a job for about 5 days and got fired.
Is that not the start of every entrepreneur story? Yeah.
Straight away, and it was a family-friendly fired me. He had to get rid of me.
No,
he had to get rid of me. He had to get rid of me. And then we jumped into the events.
Nice.
And it was kind of just like...
Why La Fiesta?
What, the name?
Yeah.
So the name means the party in Spanish.
Yeah.
That my partner Josh, that was his one.
That was
a brilliant name. He pulled up there. Brilliant name.
I mean, anything with the Spanish. Do you have like a Spanish kind of infusion into it?
Yeah. So like also the dancers, they'll be in Spanish themed clothing. The music's got a Spanish influence. It's the Latin vibe.
Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
So it's like, and in Spain it's kind of like a free spirit, free party. So that's kind of energy we want.
I mean, it's the party. Ibiza is the party capital of the world, right? Yeah.
And we are actually we're making our debut at Super Club in September 26th at Eden.
Wow, that's big. We just
and
had
it's on my birthday week as well. So
is it?
Special
September?
Occasion. Yeah.
Because we're looking to go to Ibiza, so I think we might have to.
Yeah, we can collaborate on that one.
I'll definitely be out because we had a guest, Jen Getz and Alfie, two DJs.
I checked them. I saw them on your page. I actually looked at them straight after that. I was fired on them.
They are killing it. Yeah, and they did their debut at Eden.
Yeah, I saw
it. Pretty certain it was Eden.
They made it Eden.
Wow. So that's all good. And now, obviously, I met you on a reality TV show. I don't think either of us seem like people who would be on a reality TV show. So why did you do that?
So I got approached by the TV show, and I thought it was something that I thought I wanted to do when I was younger. And then it wasn't, obviously I started thinking about business, so it wasn't really a concern of mine. And then when I got approached, I thought it's a new challenge. I'll be outside my comfort zone, massively outside the comfort zone, and you meet new people. And I met you. We met a lot of good people.
It's interesting because I think you're right. I've said to you many times, me, Clay, and you were very much, when we met, we were like, oh, thank God, there's people. We just got the same sort of wavelength.
100%.
Talking about business, talking about fitness, things like that.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why it's a good experience because we met complete people that we might not have ever met in life.
Yeah. So we're in obviously Ministry of Sound. We're literally, this is a good little segue. We are literally about what time is it? 45 minutes before doors open for his event.
For 18-hour parties.
So they're actually 18 hour. They're currently lowering the lighting. I wouldn't say that, we were quite close, but I didn't see all the stuff you're getting up to. You were featured heavily. How did you feel on that?
it was funny because obviously we were in the house together. We were kind of just chilling most of the time.
Even I knew that. I was like, what's going on?
I was chilling most of the time, but then when I was watching it back, I was putting the cameras on.
They were made you like really that you were like the 3-4 episodes featured heavily.
I think it was the female.
I think it was
the female entanglements.
I knew you got attention, but I was like, fuck, you got a lot. And it was just weird watching it back, wasn't it? How did you feel on that in general?
So I think the first episode came out, I was watching that and I was like, this is a bit weird just seeing yourself in the camera.
So odd,
and I'm with my friends as well, so I'm trying to take it in. I was like, it was a kind of surreal experience seeing yourself and like kind of just watching your every move and focusing on.
Did you feel you were like, I guess what you saw back, you're like, I remember having putting on a certain facade or doing like, you were pretty much yourself, but I mean, did you everyone was watching what they said at the start.
Yeah,
did you feel you were doing that?
Maybe I wasn't watching what I was saying, but maybe I kept some opinions to myself just because people were easily offended. Yeah, and when you're stuck in a house for 30 days, how many things do you say in 30 days? And you're stuck on top of people. So
when did you find was like the time you stopped?
I think the first day and a half I got in there, and I was like, oh my god, what is going on? Like, I'm waking up and there's a camera guy just on me like that, and I was thinking, I'm trying to get dressed.
You both have breakfast and it's like,
we weren't doing anything excited, and they were just on us, and I was like, okay, this is weird. And then after a while I just thought, who cares?
Yeah.
I was like, who cares? It's just,
I think you almost had to, didn't you?
It's like, we're just going to be us and just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. It didn't really happen. Did you get much from the...
I wouldn't say, it hasn't been a big influx, but what I have done is I've kind of implemented all of the tricks I learned from the shows onto the business. So like we're filming like docu-series after every show.
That's a good idea.
So stuff like that I've kind of incorporated into the business, so it has helped.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think you realise the power of content.
Yeah, it's massive. It's one of the most important things to get.
Do you still hang out with people from the show?
Well, I speak to Clay a lot.
Love Clay.
Yeah,
Clay,
boy. My guy, I love him.
I love Clay.
Danny, I check in
Danny's
with.
The best.
Courtney, I check in with. Mikey, Akel. Yeah,
nice.
I check in. I haven't seen a lot of people.
Yeah, it's hard to.
I check. I'll reach out and speak to them.
All right, we'll go back to La Fiesta. So where are you envision taking it rather?
So the upcoming plan is.
Here we go.
go to Eden Abbey. Well, today obviously have a great party.
This looks like it's going to be amazing.
Then go to Ibiza in September, Eden, and we need to sell that out on my birthday. And then we're gonna next summer we want to go do a weekly party there.
Wow.
Weekly. That's the vision.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. Weekly party there.
Residency.
And then I want to expand into maybe like 4 or 5 other countries and do a UK tour.
Wow, that'd be sick. That's a big dream.
Yeah, big dreams.
Amazing.
Coming up.
So you're clearly entrepreneur through and through. Tell me about this. The marathon, journey to your destination. Nathan Grant, look at this.
Look at that bougie.
How old are you, by the way?
28.
28, and he's got a book. That's fucking amazing. So tell me why
the journey about writing the book was I started to read a lot and focus on my personal development because I thought I didn't really have a purpose in life at the point. Like I was living life, I didn't really have a purpose. And then I was reading loads and loads of books, and I was writing notes on all these books, and I thought, this is something I've always kind of, when I was younger, I thought about books and poetry. Yeah. So I thought, I'm gonna start tomorrow, and I just started writing. I used knowledge from all the books that I've read and my life experience.
What's a standout book for you?
Think and Grow Rich is my number one.
What about Shoe Dog?
Shoe Dog.
I remember
that was your recommendation. I read that after I wrote the book.
Amazing book.
Wow. So I feel like I'm trying to do my shoe dog.
I was going to say that's your shoe dogging.
Yeah,
shoe dogging.
I'm trying that.
So now I was going through these. So I started reading it recently because I've just had no time. And I'm actually on a really interesting section, which I think is good, particularly for the social, which is your habit stacking.
Yes.
How your habit stacking, I mean, it's quite a thing these days, people to, it's like influencers, they'll sort of go and set up a camera and be like, I wake up and I go and do my, what is your habit stack and how long did it take to sort of perfect it?
So my habit stacking is, sometimes I fail, but I try to wake up at 5 a.m. or maybe earlier each day, and then the first thing I'll do is cold shower, and then I'll write some notes on the reading I've done the previous day, just so I'm
almost like journaling.
Yes, I'm activating my brain, and then the next part of that, I'll go to the gym.
Nice.
Then I'll go for a run straight after the gym. Because I might be training for some kind of ultra run. I'm not sure yet.
Really?
But I'm training.
Just come to High Rocks.
I'm gonna come with you today as well.
High Rocks.
I'm there. I'm coming to High Rocks. So, and then after that, I'd like to start doing work early and just focus on all the tasks and just try to get everything done as early in the day as possible, so I can then have time to start having more relationships with people and just.
That's interesting you say that.
And building a bit more happiness in life, I think.
Yeah, because I think it's very easy to. I had Danny Williams on the show the other day, and he was saying a lot of podcasters will sort of go, "Oh, well, I've obviously built a seven-figure business, but if I could go back, I'd probably do that." And you're like, "Well, it's very easy in retrospect to say you would do that, but you wouldn't. You wouldn't have the business you had." So it's interesting you pointed out about the having prioritizing social time, because I genuinely think that's so important.
Yeah, because I think at first when I started my new habits, I was so locked in that I literally changed my phone number, changed everything. I didn't have contact with anyone at all, and I was so focused on that. And then it got to a stage where it's like I felt like I was kind of crashing, maybe, because I was like
almost burnout.
Yeah, I was like I wasn't speaking to people. I was just working. Yeah. And then I just thought I had to change it up and then focus on
good introspective, because I think it's so important to highlight that, to sort of realise, shit, maybe this sort of quest to be successful is actually being a bit toxic on my life.
And you need to remember, relationships with people help you build. You can't build anything by yourself.
Well, if you look at the conversations we had in the villa, you would be like, oh, we could do this, we could do, and it's amazing the sparks of what's the word? Intuition, the intuition and stuff like that, and the ideas that come out of it. You're so right.
Because you need other people to bounce back ideas. You might have an open I don't. You don't know something I don't, and that's how everyone grows together.
And also, I think if you're so narcissistic that you think you know best, you're never going to succeed.
I used to think I knew everything, and then I realised that I knew hardly anything.
I think that switch, that switch of mindset makes you realise, that switch of mindset from I know nothing, I know everything to I know nothing. It's so freeing, because you just, as you say, you read, you want to
focus on just learning and improving every day.
You absorb stuff off people. I mean, it's like with this, you wouldn't be where you are without that.
Yeah, that's all the team as well. Brilliant team.
Tell me about your team. How many do you have?
So there's 5 of us. It's myself, Josh Hodges, Freddie Palmer, Jace Paul, and Paul Loeffler.
Shout out. Is everyone involved from the start?
Yeah, so a few joined. Myself, I actually joined about 6 months after it started. Yeah. And then our other partner Paul joined about a year after that. But the teams were working towards the
overdrive.
Goal. Yeah,
we'll have to keep collaborating on Ping, because we'll get loads of influencers down.
100%.
Right, let's go. I want to go into some of these chats, because I want to hear your thoughts. So, Afraid. That was an interesting one. Tell me a bit about what you mean by that.
So that's all about kind of not defeating fear, but using your fear as kind of fuel power in life, instead of like having a fear and then shying away from things. It's about like everything's temporary in life, so you might have a down period for a moment, but once you go past that stage and you're in the present, you can go past it and continue in life.
Because it is very much up and down, I feel. It's like I think there's a great book called The Obstacle is the Way.
Okay. I'll add that to my reading list.
Yeah, I'm useless with author names. Ryan Halliday.
Okay.
And it's exactly that. So you've summed it up in a chapter. So basically, get this instead.
I tried my best.
That's amazing. And have you had any real big dips that you've sort of come back from?
All the time. Like, I've started businesses and they haven't gone correct. Like you've done something where you went into it for money, and it wasn't something that matched your purpose or what you truly enjoy, and you run out of energy for that business, because it's like once it doesn't work straight away, you lose focus and attention to it, because it's not something you're actually passionate for.
That's really interesting you say that, because you kind of latch onto the fact that, well, I've started this business and I need to continue it, but sometimes I think Stephen Bartlett says this quite clearly, is get good at failing. Fail quick and fail hard.
I failed quickly a few times.
And look, how many businesses do you think you've started in this?
I think it's been about 5, probably about 6 actually.
And then look, a 6th birthday, this one's booming.
That's a coincidence.
And we planned this. We've been trying to do this interview for ages, but I was saying this to V earlier. When you've got busy mates, if you have the sort of if you're not a growth mindset, you'll be like, why are they not contacting me? But then you realise, well, they're doing what you're doing if you're busy.
Everyone's focusing on their journey, and you can't think your journey is more important than anyone else's.
What's the word? How self-absorbed do you have to be?
Because like your mission is something, my mission something, and it's like your main focus is always going to be on your own mission.
Exactly that.
So you can't expect someone else to
bow down to yours.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
What was your favourite chapter to write?
Ooh, my favourite chapter was probably Victory Lap at the end.
Victory Lap.
Because I've got that actually tattooed on my arm.
I was going to say, I've seen that, yeah.
So I felt like at the stage I was writing it, I've just gone through, each chapter was like I was going through that kind of stage in life, and then when I got to the Victory Lap chapter, it was like I reached a point of happiness where a few bad things happened to me in life, I was down, and then I was kind of just breaking free of an old mindset and trying to just see life positive and think it's just continue.
Growth mindset, really,
you're just going to continue, and if you're negative about what's happened in the past and hold on to that, it's like you're not going to progress. If just use it as experience, learn from it, and then grow from that.
That's it. That right there is a growth mindset.
I call it post-traumatic growth instead of post-traumatic stress.
Love that. we've got a post-traumatic. We'll tell you after, actually. A good quote. You're like, that's amazing. So are you selling this, or is this just?
Yeah. So that is on Amazon.
Sweet.
It comes with a journal. It comes in a special packaging.
Yes, I've got. I saved the video I've got of it for after. I've been using the journal, mate. It's great. Really, really cool. And what if you could sum this book up in one sort of sentence or a couple of sentences? What would you say?
Okay, I would say it's all about going through life's marathon, because it's not a sprint, because it's a continual. You're running laps and laps and laps. Like every year is a new lap. Yeah, you can't sprint because you're gonna fail. You're gonna reach an end point. You're gonna run out of energy. So it's about running laps of life, going through the wins, the losses, and just having the kind of conscious mindset to know that you need to be selfless in life as well, and just think there's other people, and you need to maneuver in a certain way which is true to your code.
Love that. Fucking brilliant. Well, mate, congratulations. This is awesome.
Thank you very much.
Today it's going to pop off. So what do you do to keep yourself sane, fit, and healthy and positive?
Okay, so my mindset is every single day I have to train. So now I'm going to the gym, and then I've started to run every single day as well. Because I feel like when I'm running, it's like I'm going through everything that's happened maybe the day before, and I'm just clearing my mind and becoming free again and being in the moment.
It's that, I think you're right. It's when you're actually going for it. There's something that popped up the other day, and they do like these 12-hour walks because your brain is able to actually stop focusing on the stuff which is maybe the open loops and whatnot. And you have all these realizations and ideas, and you're right. I think when I'm walking home from the gym or running, you're like, oh, I've just solved a problem, and it comes out of nowhere.
Because your mind's free. And I've also, while I've been running and exercising, I've been thinking about the fashion brand we're launching as well.
Oh yes, which is a good segue.
Which is going to be called Love Is Not For Sale. So this is going to be a collab with La Fiesta.
Sick.
So we're going to have drops at each event, and it's going to be special. It's going to be limited. Everything's going to be limited. And we're going to build up an amazing brand, and we're going to each drop we plan to give back to the community.
Brilliant.
In random givebacks.
Random acts of kindness.
Random acts of kindness, exactly.
Love it.
And just trying to grow a fashion brand the right way is because it's something I always loved as well, clothes, but also try to leave a positive mark on the world as well.
Love that, mate. That's an amazing way to end the interview. Mate, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Great to finally do it.
Lovely to do.
Yeah, boy.